Man, Jerry's gotten feisty. To start it off, Jerry goes to bug Rick because he's going through a crisis.
Rake situation?
A rake situation?
Expectedly, Rick refuses to participate. So Jerry calls him out for wasting his mind and potential, even claiming that he would make a better Rick. Rick goes from 0 to 100 and wastes no time pursuing the chance to prove Jerry wrong.
I'm gonna put my mind in your brain, and your mind in my brain.
Realizing that he's now Jerry, Rick does what any sane person would do.
Wait, no!
Likewise, being Rick is a little bit much for Jerry to handle. Oh, and it turns out Morty's gotten into drug trafficking.
Got this punk selling crystals on our turf.
He finds himself in hot water with this mafia-type group, but Rick's reputation gets him off. So now Jerry and Rick gotta go retrieve him. While reconstructing their bodies, unfortunately Rick's program made an error and split their brains like a good creamer, half and half.
What is with my hair?
Don't!
Leave it!
What do you care about hair, nerd?
The bodies have traits from both of them, but are simultaneously neither and both Rick and Jerry at the same time. As they're bickering on their way to pick up Morty, I couldn't help but like Jerry standing up for himself, even if he's also Rick. They start their operation to retrieve Morty and are trying to be intimidating, but maybe say a little too much.
This is my assassin, deadliest man in the galaxy, and he's gay.
And it seems season 7 might be action-packed as we get another fight scene where they both band together. And things get wonky, even for this show. Having now bonded and seeing them get along so well, it just makes sense that Rick would enjoy spending so much time with himself. In an unusual way, they're bringing out the best in each other. So much so that they decide to stick together, breaking the news via note.
So it's a note, but it's not really well thought out. That's it?
The overanalyzing from Rick and the simplicity from Jerry is really apparent. Together, their collective minds convince them to become crystal robbers, and a chase scene takes place. The stakes are high and Body Rick even gets shot, but thankfully, he's used to it.
One of us always gets shot.
The family decides to get to the bottom of things, but Chuxley abducts them as leverage over Rick.
But Morty reminded us, we both love our family.
After a well-executed heart-to-heart and determined to rescue their family, they level up and become...
I am Jerrick. Whatcha?
We get another fight sequence and a desensitized Morty joins in this time.
Shot, Morty.
Everything's flammable.
Jerry's gotten hotter and Morty's mellowed out. Before Chuxley dies in their mini-arms, thankfully, death will protect him from food poisoning.
How old is this?
Yeah, who knew Jerry and Rick could create something so deity-like?
I'd even take a podcast.
Do you not hear the symphony of atoms dying in space?
Leaning a bit more Rick than Jerry, they, or he, decides to leave the family. And in perfect timing, there's even a resolution to the rake debacle. Now that that's settled, and in desperate times, the family pulls out all the stops to put an end to this.
Morty, we're still in here! Get here! Quick, tackle this fucking thing!
And we get a swift return to the status quo. With Morty even remarking how this dysfunctional bickering is how they show they care.
You Hawaiian shirt-loving
Uncalled for! Rude and uncalled for!
This episode was a big step up from the last one. It messes with your mind as they try and decide who's who.
Jerry, your mind did that to my body using my brain.
Jerry.
Genuinely, my brain was steaming. And to me, messing with your mind is one of the pillars of this series. We also got some more of that Rick and Morty outrageous sequences that feels classic. And it occurred to me how Jerry and Rick make up for what the other lacks. Like, Jerry is patient, although it has declined over the years, but Rick is a go-getter. They complement each other, like smoothies and protein powder, or eggs and protein powder. They work so well together that Jerrick feels like a natural evolution. I'd give this one an 8.